Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of Engineering Geology. So far we have covered 2 units completely, okay, which is based on general geology, structural geology, mineralogy, petrology, okay, and also in unit second we have completed geomorphology, historical geology. So unit third, which is based on structural geology and plate tectonics, and which have been divided into 3 parts: A part, B part and C part. So in last lecture I have already covered A part, which is based on introduction to plate tectonics and mountain building activity. So now in this lecture I am going to tell you about structural geology. Okay. So, structural geology, in that we have to cover outcrop, dip and strike, conformable series, unconformity, its types and overlap, faults and their type, folds and their types. So, inliers and outliers, civil engineering importance of faults and folds with examples. So, this we have to cover in structural geology. So, now the name itself telling everything. What is structural geology? When structure comes in the name, that means structure means something that is built or constructed. Okay, so so it deals with the study of structures observed on or inside the earth surface. Okay, so in this part we have to study the feature of the earth surface inside or above. ठीक है. So the structures which are formed by natural geological processes appear in various shapes and sizes. Okay, so you have seen some rocks, no, means mountains, rocks. You all know about mountains and rocks. So those mountains and rocks have different shapes, have different size, have different direction, inclination, everything. Not they are similar to each others. In some aspect they are different. Okay, so they are formed by natural geological processes. Okay, natural geological processes means by molten lava, magma, then volcanic eruption. So like at high temperature and pressure, rocks are formed. So this I have already covered in unit 1, how the rocks formed. So in many cases sedimentary beds and lava flows with horizontal dispositions are observed. Okay, see, listen carefully. In many cases, sedimentary beds and lava flows with horizontal disposition are observed. Okay, so these, if subjected to tectonic forces, यदि ये tectonic force इन पर होता है, so then what will happen? May become inclined or vertical. Firstly, they are horizontal disposition. Okay, but due to tectonic forces, they become inclined or vertical. Okay, so about tectonical forces I have told you in last lecture only. What is tectonic force? Okay, so the attitude of these rocks can be described considering their orientation. So हमें क्या करना है? We have to consider their orientation and in which direction, which is determined by measuring their trend on a horizontal surface. यदि आप trend measure कर रहे हैं horizontal surface पे, that means they are known as strike. And if you are measuring their inclination, then it means dip. So dip and strike are the two important topic in this part. Okay, these are the two initial topic, dip and strike, which you have to study. Okay, so this is all about deformation. See, structure consists of a geometrical arrangement of planes, lines and surfaces. So attitude of this orientation suggests the interaction between the deforming forces and the pre-existing rock masses. So this is the process which changes the shape or form of a rock mass, that is the process responsible for the development of geological structures. The process which is responsible for the development of geological structure. So these deformation may be brittle, may be ductile, any kind of. Okay, so various deformation are there and their mechanism also there. Rock deformation. So what is the mechanism of rock deformation? So a rock is an aggregate of mineral. Okay, aggregates you know ना, so aggregates are also derived from rocks only. So rock क्या है, mineral का aggregate है, and the deformation of rocks depends on the properties of individual minerals. यदि rock mineral है तो mineral की properties पर depend करेगा, and also on the texture of the rock as a whole. So, an igneous rock with an interlocking texture is certainly stronger and durable than a sandstone, which is calcareous cement. So, similarly, igneous rock is stronger than a discontinuous rock. So, this is about deformation, mechanism of deformation, and a small brief description of structural geology. So, here some defects will be there, na, structural defects. See, rock structure first of all. Rock structure, the primary structure of igneous rocks are flow structure. Flow मतलब होता है parallel arrangement of particles. और fracture structure मतलब होता है due to stresses created on cooling of the magma. So these are two igneous rock structures, flow structure, fracture structure. So sedimentary rock में हम fracture को stratification बोलते हैं. Okay, many layers are there ना, stratification. So these the topics like folds, faults, cleavage, then joints. These are structural features, okay, of geological rock, of geological in geological study. These are the structural features: unconformity, outliers, inliers, joints, folds. These are the structural features. Now, the very first topic of this part is the outcrop. Okay, see in notes, Google Classroom. So the outcrop. Okay, the first topic is outcrop. So natural exposure of bedrock, it ranges from few meters to several kilometers. So outcrop मतलब क्या होता है, जो भी आपको exposure rock का दिख रहा है above the earth surface, that is known as outcrop. Okay, so this word is similar to exposure, that is a place where rocks are seen in situ. मतलब हमको सामने से दिख रहा है, जो भी rock दिख रहा है, that is known as outcrop. An outcrop में ranges in size from a few meters to several kilometers. So it may show presence of one rock throughout or in association of many rocks with or without discontinuous. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको continuation में ही rock मिले. You can find the rock or you can see the rock in discontinuous mode. Okay, so it is not necessary to have rocks in continuous way. Okay, so and also this is not necessary to have the presence of one rock throughout the area. There may be different rocks as well. Okay, so outcrop means exposure of the rock, natural exposure of the rock. So the bedrock is covered by an overburden of thick soil and vegetation. So उसका bedrock क्या होगा, which will be covered by overburden of thick soil रहेगा and vegetation. As we all know, several years of continuous weathering and erosion of the overburden exposes the bedrock or outcrop. So outcrop is normally a natural bedrock. Okay, exposure. So this is about outcrop. Now the next point is dip. Okay, so what is dip? See here, dip. Okay, dip means if the beds are tilted during uplift, they appear to be inclined in some direction. If the beds, यदि आप rock का bed यदि आप tilt करते हैं, okay, so during uplift it might happen naturally. Okay, so during this uplifting they appear to be inclined in some direction. कोई direction में you will see their inclination. So that inclination is known as dip. The angle which they form, ठीक है, that angle is known as dip. Such beds are said to be dipping. Okay, so dip is expressed in terms of degree of inclination and direction of inclination. So we have to dip in degree of inclination and direction of inclination. Amount of dip is the angle of inclination. See, which bedding planes makes with horizontal plane. So amount of dip मतलब क्या होता है, उसका inclination angle which they form with horizontal plane. Okay, so this is the mathematical expression tan alpha equals to this one. So here you can see this one. So dip is known as the angle of inclination which the rock makes with their horizontal surface, with their horizontal plane. Okay, and amount of angle of inclination means it is angle of dip. Dip angle क्या है? Okay, also few more points about dip is the layer may be inclined in any geographic direction like east, west, north, south, or in between. Okay, so in the case when the beds are vertical, so that theta will be 90 degree. Okay, beds vertical है तो 90 degree angle रहेगा. If beds are inclined, then amount of dip will be 45 degree. Okay, and if beds are horizontal, then dip is 0. So we have two dips, apparent dip and true dip. So when the dip of the bed is measured in a direction that is essentially at right angle to the strike of the particular bed, that is known as true dip. यदि स्ट्राइक जो है, स्ट्राइक से राइट एंगल पे यदि आपका डिप है, इट मीन्स वो ट्रू डिप होता है. ओके, एंड व्हाट इज एपरेंट डिप? व्हेन द डिप ऑफ द बेड इज मेजर्ड इन एनी अदर डायरेक्शन विच इज़ नॉट एट राइट एंगल टू द स्ट्राइक बेड. यदि स्ट्राइक डायरेक्शन से 90 डिग्री पर नहीं है तो देन वी कैन कॉल दिस एज एपरेंट डिप. एंड व्हेन द एंगल dip is measured at 90 degree perfect with the strike, then we call this as true dip. Okay, so we have true dip and apparent dip. Now what is strike? So strike is defined as geographic direction given by line of intersection of horizontal plane with bedding plane. Okay, so strike is the direction which a rock layer takes along the horizontal stretch. See, I am telling you again, it is the direction which a rock layer takes along the horizontal stretch of the country. Okay, it is measured with reference to north south direction by a compass. Okay, so it's the plane, direction of plane. Okay, so strike and dip, these are the orientation or attitude of a geological feature. Okay, so the strike line of a bed is a line representing the intersection of that feature with a horizontal plane. मतलब horizontal plane से जो line intersection जो आपको दिख रहा है वो आपको strike plane होगा. ठीक है, let me show you a picture first. See here in this strike line and dip. Okay, so strike line क्या होगा आपका, ये see along the horizontal stretch. Okay, direction along the horizontal stretch. So this is the strike line. Okay, which it forms with the horizontal. Means line of intersection, this one. See, line of intersection of a horizontal plane with a bedding plane. So this is the bedding of the rock and horizontal plane. So this is the intersection line and we can call this as strike line. So this is horizontal surface. No, ये horizontal surface है, ये rock है. ठीक है, so horizontal surface and bedding plane. Okay, bedding plane and horizontal surface का inclination we can call this as strike. And what is dip? Dip here, the dip is this one. Okay, which is the angle in direction. Okay, This is the bedding plane and this one is the horizontal surface. So the angle which this forms with these two inclined and horizontal surface is known as dip. So this one is dip. So this one is a strike line because see, this is the bedding plane here in this direction. So horizontal surface is this one. So by the intersection of horizontal surface and inclined strata, the line is known as a strike line, and the angle which it forms with these two criteria is known as angle of dip. So this is about strike and dip, and these are the two orientation of a geological feature. Okay. Now the next topic is conformable series. So what does it mean? So when deposition goes on uninterruptedly at a site, a sequence of beds will be formed, all of which will have the same strike and dip. See, strike and dip will be same, means like this rock is there. Okay, so here this is the rock. This is the rock. Okay, these are the many layers which is formed by the deposition goes on uninterruptedly at a site. So a sequence of beds means this one. These beds are formed here, getting deposited one over other. Okay, but these have same strike and same dip. Okay, so that this is known as conformable series. So the beds in such a sequence are said to be lying over one another conformably and constitute a conformable series. So here we can call this as conformable series, those having the same dip and strike at any point at any layer, having many layers but all the layers having same strike and same dip, which is known as conformable series. So the bedding plane in a conformable series are parallel to each other because those having same dry strike and dip, so they are parallel to each other. See this figure. These are the older series A, B, C, D. These are the older series which are parallel to each other. Okay, conformable. So this is this is parallel to each other means they having same dip and inclination. Okay, now this is the younger series. Here interruption is there in mid of this, but above this younger series, this one, these are also parallel to each other means having same dip and strike. So we can call this as conformable series, conformable series. But here in between but here somewhere in between younger series and older series there is a different layer, because older series having different outer layer and younger series having different inner layer. So these two will make a dissimilar layer, which is known as unconformity, and I'll tell you in upcoming lecture about unconformity. So this is conformable series, or I'll tell you in this lecture only about unconformity. Okay, so this is conformable series. So the see in a conformable series, see here, in a conformable series, each bed is bounded by two bedding planes. Okay, one below and one above. Conformable series में दो bedding plane होते हैं, one above. So let us take this one, this series. Okay, S and R. So this is having one upper layer and one lower layer. So each having two bedding planes. So the lower series of bed is called older series and upper series is known as younger series. Vertical distance between the top and bottom of a bed is called vertical thickness, and the thickness of the oldest bed and the youngest bed cannot be stated with accuracy as they do not have a visible bottom and youngest bed does not have a bedding plane at its top. Okay. So the gap in the deposition has confirmed as unconformity. So the next topic is unconformity.